The ancient Israelites, along with many different ancient groups at the time, used something called gematria to communicate certain ideas in their historical writings. Gematria is the system the Jews had for assigning a number to a person's name in Hebrew. Each letter in the Hebrew alphabet was assigned a number, so you could add up the letters in someone's name to get the number of that person's name. And when you add up the letters in the Hebrew name for David, you get the number 14. So what does that have to do with Jesus' family tree? Take a look at how the family tree of Jesus begins in Matthew's Gospel, the book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Then all of the names for the family tree of Jesus are listed. But now look closely at what Matthew says after he's listed all of these names. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations. From David until the captivity in Babylon are 14 generations, and from the captivity in Babylon until Christ are 14 generations. Notice the number 14, the same number for the name of David. Matthew created a custom genealogy to communicate to his readers that Jesus was the seed king promised to come from David. This is because Matthew's gospel was primarily written to the Jewish people. This is the reason why he started his family tree with Abraham instead of Adam. Abraham is considered to be the founding father of the Jewish people, but Luke's gospel was written primarily to non-Jews, which is why his family tree does connect all the way back to Adam, the founding father of all the nations of the world. But this still doesn't explain why both family trees lead to Joseph. Joseph wasn't literally Jesus' dad. He was only his father legally. But the Bible tells us that Jesus was born to a virgin named Mary, the woman who became Joseph's wife. This is why many scholars believe that even though Mary is not listed in Luke's family tree, this family tree is actually following the lineage of Mary, the only parent on earth that Jesus is literally related to. And Mary's name isn't mentioned because no women are mentioned in Luke's family tree. This is why Luke even says in his genealogy that Jesus was the son of Joseph, as was supposed. And although there are many great explanations by great scholars as to why Zerubbabel and his father Shealtiel appear in both family trees, I personally think it was just a coincidence that these two names appear in both. It's possible for people to have the same name. This is pretty cool because these two family trees show that Jesus is the heir to the throne of David, both legally and physically. But did Jesus' family tree just stop with him? To understand the answer, we need to look in the Gospel of John. But first, I want to remind you that Jesus is the promised seed to Adam and Eve, Abraham and David. He's the promised root of Jesse. Seed, root. Why does God choose to use multiple plant metaphors to describe Jesus? It all goes back to the tree of life. God offered mankind a tree that would give them eternal life, but instead, they chose a tree that brought the curse of death. So God had to plant a new seed to grow a new tree of life. But this seed would first have to die and go into the ground before it could sprout and bring eternal life to all of mankind, breaking the curse of death, past, present, and future. Look at who Jesus says would come from him, the new eternal vine. I am the vine, and you are the branches. He who abides in me, and I in him, bears much fruit. Jesus created a new family tree that is not dependent on blood or human legalities. This new family has its root in the love of Jesus and lasts for all eternity.